To keep to my 5-minute budget, I'm going to have to break this review into 2 parts. No, 3. So, without further ado, let's get going, shall we? I have to say, and I'll be honest, rewatching this episode had a surprising result for me. There was much of it that I really didn't like. Welcome. Sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the next 5 minutes. Felt very Hollywood, which didn't bother me at all, but it did some fans, and I'd just like to say to disapproving Commonwealth fans that you'll do well to remember in which country this series of Doctor Who has been pitched to this year. So it makes perfect sense to me. Likewise, Murray Gold's Star Wars-like orchestration of the opening scene. He had some great music. He had fun writing music behind Strax the Sontaran, for example, and I also love the music behind Rory and Song's first meeting and how it falls so forlorn at the name of Demon's Run. He said run. Just run. He said it a lot. Which I thought was a great reference, of course, to Eccleston's first line as the Doctor back in 2005. And I did like Strax's, I can produce magnificent quantities of lactic fluid. Gross. Amy's initial interaction with Lorna Bucket and her whole, can I borrow your gun? Because I have a feeling you're going to keep talking. Yeah. If she was referring to shooting herself, then maybe it would have been a lion trap. Oh, but please, I mustn't have thoughts like that. No, we have to think of Baby River. I mean, a melody. We are the thin, fat, gay, married Anglican Marines. What the hell? Why'd you put that in there for, Moffat? Was it just to upset Christians? Now, the other thing I particularly didn't like, this talk of Song describing Demon's Run being the Doctor's darkest hour. He will rise higher than ever before, only to fall so much further. It must have been a different battle of Demon's Run, because I didn't see any of that in this episode. In fact, I think he rose higher in the Pandorica box 2-parter. This battle had to be so much better for Song's description to remotely be accurate. And why? Could she not be there until at the end of the battle, arriving and telling the Doctor who she is? It's beyond me. I mean, she could still have been there, fighting beside the Doctor's side, and then tell him who she was afterwards. No, makes no sense, Moffat. Moffat immediately puts us off the fact that they are indeed headless, with they believe that faith is the domain of the heart and doubt that of the head. Which is quite fine and signs of healthy writing. It's a nice misleading the audience away. But visually there is clearly a head under that cowl, and we are given no explanation as to why the hoods sit well off their shoulders. So, when the big reveal came along, I was livid, not excited. I mean, these sorts of things can look better on paper. I'll give Moffat that. First glimpse of the Doctor we get for nearly 20 minutes is the sonic shutting out the Cybermen, and of course the various times the TARDIS dematerializes throughout the first 19 minutes, or as more like. And it was nice to see an updated version of the old design of the Cybermen. That was great. Splatting flesh baby all over Amy, that was not something for children to see. Even adults would have felt queasy at that. What bugged me more, really, was why did it splat? There's no explanation, Moffat. The doctor's sonic screwdriver wasn't activated. So, why did it splat? I mean, it's visually impacting and that's all well and good, but you still need an explanation behind these things. What I thought was interesting was that Doctor suspected that real Amy was taken away before America. Before America. So that still leaves me wondering what was happening to Amy when she was in the custody of the Silence. And one final observation, the scene where Amy picks up the gun and points it at Song was a nice nod back to Amy pointing the gun at the little girl in the suit, which we know now are one and the same person. Only the Song we know now is a regeneration later, or maybe several regenerations later. We don't know much more of her history. Part 2 will be starting at character performance.